The next representation of success in our gallery is Evgeni Yordanov.
Hi guys. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of different topics, a lot of different concepts, if you will. And one of them, again, is going to be marketing, because today we live in a world where marketing is a lot of, a bigger piece of the pie, if you will. And in particular, I have a specific passion when it comes to search engines. So today we're going to be talking about, or at least my specific topic is going to be SEO marketing. And I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about what SEO is, marketing in general, as well as search engines, and how they tie in together with each other. Just to start, to present myself, they said a lot of nice things about me. Some of them are true, some of them are not. Of course, depends on the point of view, if you will. But just to start, I've been through different schools and universities around the world, and finally I've studied in Northwestern University in the Medill School of Journalism, where I got a content strategy background from that. But from the Bulgarian part of things, I've gone through the toughest one of them all, Technical University of Sofia, where I have a bachelor and a master's degree, and I'm doing my PhD right now, which is really nice and cool. I have a PhD. I don't have one yet, but hopefully, keeping fingers crossed, I'm going to be the first one to have a PhD in the actual topic that we're covering here today. I'm going to be the first one to do that. Other than that, I've done a lot of things with a lot of different networks like Facebook and Google and Twitter, etc., etc., etc. I have won the European Search Awards, which is this green thing over here, and I've started the university program called Digital Pro, as the guys already mentioned before, which is a really cool program where you can learn more about the actual topic that we're here to discuss today. Just so you know, I'm a storyteller myself, and would like to always start from a beginning sort of things, and then move to a middle and an actual ending. And in order to start with something, you need to know a bigger picture, if you will. And what I'm showing over here is actually something where this company called Gartner created back in, I believe, 2017, where they jotted down on an actual sort of a subway or a metro map, all the different aspects of the digital life and the IT and marketing life, like the marketing ops, mobility, ad ops, design, special ops, web ops, data ops, etc., etc., etc. And in this big landscape of things, search is this gray line over here where you have the SEO tools, search engine marketing, you have social search, site search, product search, etc., etc., etc. And all these things, each of them, each cross-section is a different position that you can get into a specific, or in any company, if you will. You can be a DevOps manager or a web ops manager, you can be a designer, a developer, you can be whatever you want to be. But you need to know where your piece of the puzzle lies, if you will. And talking about pieces of puzzles, mine falls down into search engines and SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization, as it's written over there. It consists of a lot of different aspects of it, if you will, which are really nice and cool, each of them on their own, as well as put together. But in order to get to what search engine optimization is, rather than just, deriving it from the actual term, we need to know the why. Why are we talking about this today? Why I'm here talking about this topic with you today? It's because of this, something called ROI. ROI stands for return on investment, meaning that when it comes to marketing and when it comes to different channels where you can promote your business or your initiative or your project, the SEO or organic search or organic traffic that you derive naturally from search engines like Google has the best impact in comparison to what you put in as in terms of resources. You give out your time or your money to invest into these channels, in these marketing channels, like SEO, email marketing, paid search, social, mobile, etc., etc., etc. And the best return on that investment that you made comes from SEO. It's been proven over and over and over again throughout the years from different companies and different studies. And of course, because I just mentioned SEO and ROI and DevOps, etc., 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 all these types of things you may have no knowledge of, which is pretty normal. Not all people are mastering in marketing or in IT. So for that specific topic, I've created this vocabulary with this terminology page where you have all the terms that we're going to be talking about here today for a whole day, as well as in my specific topic. I've created this link where you can visit, and it's in Bulgarian. I'm giving you this heads up for that. Most of you are Bulgarian anyways. And you can read about all these types of terms in there as well yourselves. But as I said, I'm a storyteller. I would like to go back to basics and to start from the beginning of things. We now know why we're talking about this. We know how important it is. Let's start with how it started. And back to basics, we need to go way back, to see how things operate, how they started, how they looked back in the day. And the good news is there's actually a place where you can visit and check out certain stuff. This place is called the Wayback Machine. It can be found under this link, and it constitutes the thing that's so-called the Internet Archive, which means that you can visit stuff which have existed at a certain point in time and look and see how they actually looked and operated back in the day. And for instance, this is how Google's page looked like in 1999. For some of you who haven't seen it, most of you, I believe, may have not seen this picture. But Google had other things on its homepage rather than just the search bar and the search button. And as you know, things operated back in the day, again, just to go back, operated in a certain manner where you had web portals, you had specific places where you could browse the internet, if you will, but there wasn't a way for you to actually find what you were looking for. You need to browse through these sort of directories and portals in order to get to something that you preferably would want, but not exactly what you wanted, etc., etc., etc. And then came Google again, which kind of revolutionized the whole business, the internet business. Google is not the first search engine, not even for a long shot, but it is the first one which had a brain behind it, a way for it to actually do something. And that's because it has not started as a money-making project. It actually started as a regular paper done by two students like yourselves. And that paper's name was The Anatomy of a Large-Scale Hypertextual Search Engine, which dumbed down means that how to make a search engine that really finds things, if you will. And it's been done by two students from Stanford U, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, or Lawrence Page, his legal name, if you will. And they created this paper. It's still up at Stanford. You can look it up. You can read about it and see where Google actually started back in the day. It was not even called Google back then. It was called Backrub. That's the original project name, if you will, about that. And then you're gonna say, okay, you talked about portals, you talked about directories where you can browse the internet, you talked about search engines, there were others like Alta Vista, etc., etc., etc. But why Google? Why are we talking about Google nowadays? Well, if you look at different statistics across different devices, you can see that in terms of desktop and mobile and console, you have Google dominating the market when it comes to search engines. It has 90 plus market share. And that's not just across devices, it's also across the world. If you look at the top websites and the top visited platforms across the web, you can see that Google's dominance and market share spans across the world, except for Russia, where they have their own Yandex search engine, and they're really protective about it, as well as when you go to China, you see their own specific version, which is their own called Baidu. But for the rest of the world, for the most part, it's Google. Also, except for Japan, actually. In Japan, for whatever reason, they like Yahoo so much, it's their primary search engine. This is a simple video where I'm going to be showing how actually search operates real quick. Sorry about that. Experiencing some technical difficulties. I swear to you, it used to play when we were doing it before.
Sorry, don't play.
Okay, I guess it won't play then. Cool. Cool. Okay then, I'm gonna be really short with that. This is what a search engine page looks like. It's called a SERP, or search engine result page. It consists of different boxes, if you will, and these boxes have something called search snippets in them. A search snippet is this block which contains a title, a URL, and a description. I know I'm talking about stupid stuff right now, or at least all of you have experienced those, and I don't have the need to actually explain them to you, but the thing is that you may have not known what their names were. And doing the business that I'm doing myself in the search industry, you need to know all the terms in order for you to be talking about the specific things that you need to talk about. In this case, this is called a search snippet. It has all these different items in it, and this is the actual face which you're showing your visitors before they have visited your website, your potential visitors. This is the face that you're showing people in regular search results. As webmasters, as marketers, this is the thing that you can have influence on and influence Google to have your search snippet beefed up in such a way that it attracts visitors to your website organically. That's the whole purpose of the whole thing. And just to give you a bit of trivia in regards to Google, I can tell you that the first 3 search results on the page, when you type in something as a search query, you get a search result page, and then the first 3 results get 60% of all the traffic there is. Then again, 75% of the users never scroll past page number 1. So that's why everybody wants to be on first place in Google, to rank number 1, or at least to be on the first page. Because for the most part, most people don't go past those. And also, we need to have in mind that Google is a really, really big system. And this big system, it works in such a way that it consists of so many components. There are more than 200 of them. And these 200 components, work in such a way, with in a synergy with each other, that they produce everything that you're using it on your everyday basis, on your mobile devices, on your desktops, etc., etc., etc. And one of the most prominent ones of those 200 plus in recent couple of years has been mobile. Let's see if this one's going to play. Or I guess I don't have control over this one as well. Cool. Is this one going to play? Cool. Well, so trust me when I tell you that mobile is a big part of our lives now. All these things are always with us in our pockets, and you're primarily, if not yet, you're going to be primarily computing and doing your searches on one of these devices, and not on your regular desktops or notebooks, etc., etc., etc. But to move forward from mobile, which is a big part of it, another big part of it is AI, or machine learning and artificial intelligence and all these hype words based on big data, etc., etc., etc. Google have their own artificial intelligence called DeepMind, which a spawn of that DeepMind software is called RankBrain, and it's something that drives part of the ranking algorithm in Google. And the fun thing is that it's so advanced that not even Google's own engineers know how it works exactly. They've written the system, they're running it, but for the most part, since it's artificial intelligence, it artificially intelligences how to work and operate on its own. It does not need a human touch, if you will. And just to take a brief look at how we can actually influence that search snippet, that ranking for mobile, for RankBrain, for all these types of factors, it comes down to this thing which is called the SEO pyramid, if you will. And as any type of a structure or a building, it has a solid foundation. So the solid foundation of SEO is accessible and quality content, meaning that you need to have a website which is, I should use the actual term, which is called crawlable, meaning that a search engine can go through the website, look for your pages, find the content. So this is what accessible and quality content is. The next tier in this SEO pyramid is called keyword research and targeting. So first you have your good website, then you have your keyword research, you infuse your content with these keywords and topics, then you do some link building, creative linking between your website and other websites on the web, and then you get a little bit of sprinkle with social on top, like a cherry on the proverbial cake, if you will. And then again, to summarize, SEO or search and marketing in search is online, and these are the strong points. Everybody is online. It's cheap. It costs way less than other marketing channels. It's evolving field. It's accumulating more and more and more into it. It used to be something really specific back in the day, and today is getting more and more of the actual digital marketing chunk. And it has a higher success rate than most. And also, we have a really nice search community, if you will, with really nice people in it, really good professionals. We have even awards. I mentioned before that we have the Search Engine Awards, and I've won one of them, not to brag, but I did one of them. So, okay, this has been the intro so far. It's time to dig in. Let's start. I have 140 more slides. Okay. No, I'm kidding, of course. We don't have enough time anyways. These are my contacts in case you want to contact me for whatever reason. I'm not that interesting anyways. But if you don't want to, we can do Q&A. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do Q&A right now, but I'm going to be here throughout the whole day. You can get my contacts as well if you want. You can just do some of that. Click for this slide, and we can talk about search, we can talk about marketing and programming. I have a programming background, so I'll be happy to spend some time and talk to you about these things. Unfortunately, I don't have time today, right now, in this very moment. So, thank you for your time and attention.